Elite Facts presents
7 animals created by humans.
7.
Liger. Napoleon Dynamite fans rejoice. The liger is actually real. Although there are rumors of wild ligers, as far as we know, they exist only in captivity, where they are deliberately bred. As you can probably guess, the liger is created through crossbreeding a male lion and a female tiger. These creatures grow up to be very large very quickly and are the biggest cats in the world. Hercules, the largest non-obese liger, is the largest living cat on Earth, weighing over 410 kilograms. That's 904 pounds.
6.
Bald chicken. Not gonna lie, seeing a chicken alive without its feathers is almost enough to turn us away from eating chicken. So what sets these apart from regular chickens? Well, in all honesty, there's nothing really different besides the obvious fact that bald chickens are exactly that. They have no feathers. Now, what is the point of genetically modifying chickens so that they don't have feathers? Well, the answer is simple. We've now become too lazy to pluck and groom them. That is the honest-to-God's truth. Because of this genetic modification, their meat is lower in fat, they grow faster, and they need a lot less food. One positive thing to come out of this is the fact that these genetically modified chickens are resistant to bird flu, which is good news for both the bird and the farmers who make a living from them. Another positive to come from this is that pollution decreases, as the environment also benefits from the lack of plucking. However, when there's good points, it always comes with its fair share of bad points as well. The biggest downside is that the chickens are a lot more susceptible to sunburn, mosquito bites, and damage to their delicate skin. So really, it's way more cruel on them without feathers. As a result, these chickens suffer a lot more injuries than ordinary chickens. Also, males have a hard time mating because they don't have the feathers to perform mating rituals. So despite the obvious benefits to humans, this modification is not so great for chickens.
5.
Whole fin. We know the name seems like something a child made up, but this really does exist, and that is its name. This may be one of the most unlikely hybrids you could ever possibly imagine. The whole fin is an extremely rare hybrid of a female common bottlenose dolphin and a male false killer whale. This crossbreed was first discovered in a Tokyo SeaWorld, but he died about 200 days in. But that wasn't the last time we would ever see a whole fin, as another whole fin is discovered in the US, and the first to survive was Kekimalu, born at Sea Life Park in Hawaii in 1985. Whole fins have been reported to exist in the wild, but they occur very rarely. 4. Zebroid. Also known by many other names, such as the Zedonk, Zorse, Zebra Mule, Zonky, and Zeb Mule. However, this creature is probably best known by the name zebroid. The zebroid is the offspring of any cross between a zebra and any other equine, horse, donkey, etc. It's not like the liger and tigon, where its breed depends on the gender of both species. The zebroid has been bred since the 19th century, and physically, the zebroids resemble their non-zebra parent, but are striped like a zebra. Yet the stripes usually do not cover the whole body of the animal. Although not the most exciting one on this list, it's a rather fascinating-looking crossbreed, that's for sure.
3.
Enlarged hyperoxic dragonflies. In 2010, an Arizona State University study presented at the Geological Society of America's conference found that dragonflies reared in a hyperoxic environment, one with a higher than average concentration of oxygen, grew significantly larger. To put it simply, the higher the oxygen intake, the larger the animal is. You can find out more information on our video based on what would happen if the world's oxygen doubled. I know, shameless plug. Anyway, much to our disappointment, we're not talking about dragonflies that are the size of actual dragons. No, nothing that drastic. In fact, they're no bigger than a bird is. However, these creatures still see a growth of around 15%. This is still a rather interesting discovery. The study was constructed to provide more insight into the effects of hyperoxic environment, like the kind our planet enjoyed in the late Paleozoic might have had on animal gigantism. I mean, after all, most of the most badass megafauna, such as the gargantuan terror birds, are no longer around thanks to the decrease in oxygen than what there used to be back in that period. The growth does seem to vary by species, however, since cockroaches exhibited no notable growth in the hyperoxic environment. Still, the fact remains that a simple change in oxygen levels produce naturally giant dragonflies. Too bad we can't release them into the wild to take care of those deadly mosquitoes.
2,
Wolfdog. Although pretty common, the Wolfdog, or known more by its scientific name, the Czechoslovakian Wolfdog, is fairly new to this world. Officially recognized dog breed that traces its original lineage to an experiment conducted back in 1955 in former Czechoslovakia. The experiment saw several German shepherds breeding with Carpathian wolves. The aim here was to create a breed of wolf that maintains its temperamentality. At the same time, they also wanted to make sure that it had similar traits to that of a German shepherd, such as it being loyal and could be domesticated and trained. The obvious outcome of this experiment was to create one of the world's most vicious guard dogs, hence why they chose to use a German shepherd rather than any other dog breed out there due to its strength, physical build, and stamina of the wolf. Needless to say, it kind of worked.
1,
Growler. Next up on this list, we have the Growler. This is an incredibly rare hybrid species that's a cross between a grizzly bear and a polar bear. Now, with both species being bears, they're both genetically similar to one another and can often be found in the same territories. Now, normally, they'd both usually try to avoid each other, and they have different breeding habits. Grizzlies tend to live and breed on land, while polar bears prefer breeding on the ice. However, both species breeding with one another is clearly not out of the question, hence the existence of growlers. And that's our list. Did we leave any out that you know about? Let us know in the comments section below. Please remember to subscribe and tap that bell button so you can be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.